How does it feel? A little overwhelming, but hopefully the audio is not muffled. I feel like documenting my process of just expanding my consciousness and evolving, it'll be good to just, share the journey and share the wisdom that I gained throughout this experience. But yeah, my name's u-vay. I'm 20 years old. I am an artist, an artiste. I specialize in drawing mainly. I'm getting into designing clothes and fashion. I'm really into that. I love music. I'm a nature enthusiast. I love nature. Most of my videos is gonna be based out of nature. As you can see, beautiful mountain in the background. We hiked it a few weeks back. It was so okay, first always be hiking and stuff like that, but you're surrounded by it's elevated, so it's you're still surrounded by dirt, you're still surrounded by trees, but that right there is it's nothing but rock. If you were to fall, you can't grab no tree, no nothing. It's not gonna be a rumbling, it's just a splat. So it was really intense, but it was a very beautiful hike, and I got beautiful flicks. You're gonna see a lot of those videos on the channel. But I thrift a lot, and yeah. And I'm also working towards my new clothing line, New Divinity, which I'm super excited about. It correlates with this journey of pure awareness, in a sense. That's really it. It's not too much. I guess you'll learn more about me as we go through this process. Today, my introduction, my first video, is going to be about the gate technique. The gate technique is basically innocent observation. So we're just observing one's thoughts and mind and just allowing one to be innocent. I wanted to break down the steps with you guys because I wrote it down. I wanted to break down the steps, and then I wanted to share my personal experience with performing these steps and how it changed my mind and changed my life. Shout out Dr. Frank, okay, for helping me to get out of such a cynical mindset. I feel like I was very negative before, very pessimistic, very doubtful, fearful, because I wasn't taking full control over my mind. I wasn't allowing myself to just sit with just positive words, I was very self-deceptive, and that brought me into a lot of deceptive situations. So I just feel like the gate technique is very much a beautiful, beautiful way to expand your consciousness and get out of that limited one. The polarity of thinking negative thoughts, thinking positive thoughts, and manifesting our reality of actual stillness, of peace, of happiness, in a sense. So I'm going to break down the steps because I have it. And I'm also going to link up in my Spotify because I created a beautiful playlist that just resonates and gives off that feeling of instant healing. It's so beautiful. Really got to go check that out. I mean, even if you don't do the meditation, just go to that playlist, get out into some nature, get you a nice little cover, lay down, relax, and just vibe. It's such a vibe. Okay, back to this. So, I annotate my books. I have a lot of, I even draw on it. I drew a little brain to break down the aspects of the psyche, but let me find what I'm looking for so we can move forward. Okay, so the gate technique. So these are the steps that I'm gonna run down. First, you wanna find a comfortable chair or somewhere just comfortable to be at for you to meditate, quietness. And then again, list those positive words within your mind, such as stillness, silence, calmness, peace, joy, bliss, or ecstasy. Light, love, compassion, space. Space is a big one for me. Infinity, pure energy, existence, or grace. I love grace as well, right? Pick out the word that resonates with you. Now, all you have to do is observe the word. Simply pay close attention and wait to see what it will do. As you innocently watch without interfering, the word will eventually change in some way, form, or fashion, like I explained, color, fonts, start pulsating, different things of that nature. And what you want to do is purely observe it without controlling or interfering in any way, like you're watching TV. And as the word, the wind, let me read, please. Thank you. And as you watch your word, your mind might shift to other thoughts. or you may start hearing sounds coming from around you. For a while, I guess I'll just read the rest. For a while, you may forget that you're doing the gate technique. You could lose yourself in your thoughts, sometimes for minutes at a time. No biggie. If it happens when you realize that you're not observing your word, just serenely find it again. That's it. The power of the great technique is in simplicity and innocence. Now, one last thing. You may notice that your word occasionally disappears. That's okay. Just observe the space it left behind. You will recognize it as a gap where pure awareness abides. The gap is not the goal. It is another of many changes your mind will go through. Soon, all by itself, your word will return, or it may turn into another word. That is okay too. Just accept the new word and watch or listen to it as you did the old one. I'm telling you, it brings you so much peace to just allow things to be. Because I feel like, for me personally, I have a hard time sometimes when it comes to controlling things. Like, it's just, I can't control other people. I can't control their choices, their actions. I can only control just allowing things to be. The ego wants so much control. The ego wants to say, I don't like this. I like this. I want to do this. This is who I am. Da-da-da-da. And I feel like the ego over-attached to just external things, which is okay. But I just feel like as a divine being, you just sometimes need a break from the matrix. And my break from the matrix is just returning back to self. Self who is composed of pure awareness and peace. Like, a lot of people run from the void, but I just think a lot are unaware of how healing the void is. It's a little bit psychotic to over-identify with the matrix. The ego death would be crazy. I don't need shrooms or drugs to, detach me from the ego. I feel like this technique allows me to do that in itself, which is so beautiful. I'm not finished with the book. Most of the times I get like 75% through a book, and then I feel like I already know like the ending, which is inaccurate. I spent so much time focusing on the meditations and applying the exercises to my life that sometimes I forget, like, okay, you got to continue the book. Just because you're doing it doesn't mean like you know the end goal, or you know where you're supposed to be. Like, I'm looking for the right words. Usually I have the right words, but like, even as a spiritual being, you must have faith. You must have faith. But my faith was distorted by fear and a lack of awareness. I just appreciate the gate technique for reminding me that you can detach from the matrix. You could detach from this world. It's okay. You're not missing out on anything. When you come back, things will most likely be the same, but you're not missing out on anything. I feel like the most part is the matrix wants to distract you from experiencing true self. True self isn't attached to anything that the matrix has to offer. True self just experiences and observes it. So when you tap into your true authentic nature of just being nothing but pure awareness, observing, a watcher to this life, is so beautiful and it's so peaceful. It eliminates so much stress, worry, anxiety, horrid thoughts, dark thought. Brings you just to this healing state of just at peace, ease, stillness, calmness. And that's basically what the gate technique is a tool for. I have to follow the sun. What to expect with this journey is honestly my own personal evolution as an individual, as a human, as a daughter, as a partner, as a friend. Exploring new forms of consciousness is another big thing as well, which is going to be quite interesting. I feel like a lot is going to come out of it. A lot of new people, a lot of new experiences, a lot of new places and things of that nature. So I'm super excited to grow. Super excited. And be patient with me as I find my ground, my footing. But all will get better. You guys will, begin to immerse into this experience with me. And hopefully get on your own journeys and comment about it. And let me know about it. And follow me and engage with me so we can come together and, all that good stuff. Super excited. Super. and grateful and appreciative. And I thank you and I love you and I appreciate y'all. Peace, family.